Hello there, everyone. John Coleman here. Can you believe we're in September already? So what I want to do today is have a little bit of a refresher course. What I normally find in September is people start thinking of buying a house in the following year. So what I kind of want to do is bring you what you need to be aware of right now and what you need to start preparing for right now so that hopefully 2024 would be the year that you'll be able to buy your home. So I want to start off with going back over what's out there in terms of help from the government. Okay. So the first scheme that most people will be familiar with is, but just to give you kind of a quick overview again, is the Help to Buy scheme. This is based on the tax that you've paid in the 4 previous years. So when we get into 2024, it'll be based on the tax that you've paid in 2023, 2022, and 21 and 20. Okay. Now, again, it's for new properties only, and it's based on properties with a maximum price of 500,000. So that would be something that you would basically go onto your revenue account and put a query in, and basically the revenue will come back to you to tell you how much you qualify for, and hopefully you'll get 30,000 from it. So that's the first scheme. The next scheme that's out there at the moment, again for new properties, is called the First Home Scheme. This was introduced last year in July, and I think it's a great addition to help people. Now, there is one kind of catch. It's based on the price. So depending on where you're looking to buy a property, not all of the properties will qualify. So, but if you're in Dublin, the First Home Scheme prices would have set a maximum of 500,000. But if you're outside Dublin, it can be 400,000, 350. So it will all depend on where you're looking to buy. What it does is it makes up the difference from what the bank will give you and the cost price, subject to a maximum of 30%. But if you're using the Help to Buy, it's a maximum of 20%. There is one caveat attached to it, and that is you need to have 10% of the cost price in your own savings. Now, that can include the Help to Buy scheme. So, for example, if it was 400,000, you would need to have 40,000 in savings. But if you were getting 30,000 from the Help to Buy, you would only need to have 10,000 of your own savings. You cannot get a gift to satisfy this condition. It needs to be your own cash that you're bringing to the deal. Okay, so that's the second scheme that's out there. There's another one that kind of similar to the First Home Scheme called the Affordable Housing Scheme. You would just basically get in touch with your local authority, and they will take a bit of an ownership on it. It's not as familiar or as active as the First Home Scheme, but it's certainly something you should check out, the First Home Scheme. Now, there's not many schemes for second-hand properties, but there's one that's probably not well known, but it's certainly one that should be brought to everyone's attention. If you're buying a second-hand property and the property has been vacant for over 2 years, there's a grant of 50,000 available to help with any refurbishment costs. And then there's actually a top-up of 20,000 if the costs exceed the 50,000. So a few of my clients this year have actually bought properties that have been vacant for 2 years and have availed of this grant. So that's something definitely to be aware of. So they're the kind of there's the help that's out there. So what else do you need to know? Well, with any mortgage application, and if you listen to me at all at any point, what I keep droning on about is the ability to repay. So the banks will lend you a certain amount of money purely based on what your salaries are. But then the key issue is, are you saving a month enough to show them that you can meet the repayments? Or is your rent of a high enough figure to demonstrate? So it's really the repayment ability is so important. And it is obviously something that you can get right. But if you're planning to buy a house now in 2024, you should really be checking out where do you stand and what you might need to do. So as always, if you're looking for an updated roadmap from me, please do get in touch, and I'll hopefully be able to help you get ready for 2024 and fulfilling the dream of owning your own home. Thank you for listening. Look forward to hearing back from you, and we'll talk to you very soon.